Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. Today I'm inside the house in my kitchen and I can't wait to show you my Azure Standard order that I got this month. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have been here, welcome back. And if you're new to Azure Standard, you want to tune into this video. Okay, so Azure Standard is one of my favorite places to order here on the homestead. So for those that may be new and you're not sure what Azure Standard is, there is a link down in the description below. You can click on that link. It's Azure Standard, STANDARD.com. But the link is down below. So just click on the link. It'll take you directly to the page because I didn't give you the whole address, but it'll take you directly to the page that you want to see. So basically Azure Standard is like a bulk food co-op is the best way I can explain it. So imagine having like a big, huge farmer's market online, but things are in bulk. And so Azure Standard is just that. They have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of products to choose from. Everything from frozen foods to fresh produce to grains to meat to dairy to seeds, fertilizer, you name it, they have it, right? And so what happens is that you go to the website and first thing you want to do is to find the drop in your area. So basically it gets delivered once a month to a local place near you that's called a drop. Now, some places are local, meaning they're like real local. You know, my Azure Standard drop is like 15 minutes from my house. So I'm pretty blessed in that regard. But there are some people who have to drive 45 minutes to an hour to get their Azure Standard order. So go in and put in your zip code and find where the closest drop to you is. Basically, you order and it'll tell you at the top when when's the last day to order. It'll also tell you when your drop is going to be. You drive to the drop. There's a big 18-wheeler that comes in the parking lot with your order and everybody else's order, and basically you get your stuff for the month. So many people do this, and this is their grocery, bill for the month. They buy a lot, especially people who have large families or with a lot of kids. They buy stuff in bulk, and they get it once a month, and it's quality stuff. It's not just ordering any old kind of stuff. Most of the items are organic. They all are great quality. And so you cannot go wrong when you go with Azure Standard. So I typically order usually once a month, and then I take a break for a couple of months because I have enough of what I need. And so I want to show you what I got on my last Azure Standard order and show you all about it, okay? And then also what I want to do is if you are a fellow Azure Standard person, I want you to drop in the comments below, what is your number one favorite thing to get from Azure Standard? Because I want to know, because if you got it and I don't have it, I want to get it, right? So drop your favorite Azure Standard item in the comments below because I want to add to my repertoire of the things that I'm getting, okay? So let's dive in. So let's see if you can see this box. Okay, so I'm going to pull stuff out. So one of the first things I got was coconut oil. And this is C8 and CT blend. It is organic, as you can see right there. And this is 16 ounces. Okay, and so one of the reasons why I like this, because sometimes I use coconut oil in my cooking. And when you buy the coconut oil that's already a solid, now, obviously, when it gets warm in your house, it'll turn to liquid. And then when it gets cooler, it'll turn back to solid, right? I don't like going through all that, right? So I use coconut oil for several things. But the coconut oil that I cook with, I like for it to be in this form already so that I don't have to wait for it to be a solid, wait for it to be a liquid, yada, 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 okay? Now, I do have coconut oil that I use on my skin and for other things like that I keep in my bathroom, but I don't mix the two, right? So this is purely for cooking. I like that it comes like this. I have some recipes that call for coconut oil, or I cook with it, and so it is perfect, okay? So I always keep that on hand. This is something new that I bought. I've never tried it before. So this is organic brown rice pasta, and it's lasagna noodles. It is gluten-free, and the brand is Tink Yada. Okay, so I'll let you see that. Now, we are not gluten-free, but I've been thinking about trying some gluten-free products because I know that a lot of people have gluten intolerances, and I've heard that if you can back up off the gluten, it'll help you with your gut, your digestion. And so I wanted to try it, and I wanted to see if it would taste the same as regular, right? So this is a organic brown rice pasta, gluten-free. It says it has a good texture, not mushy, al dente. And so it's made from whole grain, no preservatives, no coloring. And so I want to try it. And I'm thinking with lasagna, it'll be covered with sauce and vegetables and cheese and all that good stuff that maybe if it does taste a little bit different, maybe I won't notice it as much because it is covered in stuff. So I tried 1 pack of the lasagna noodles. We're going to try it and see how it goes. If you've used this before, let me know down in the comments and let me know how you like it. Okay. So the next thing I got was more coconut oil. So this comes in 32 ounces. They come in, I think, 8, 16, and 32. The 32 ounce was out of stock, so I just got 2. Okay? That's why I did that. Okay, so the other thing I got was some sea salt, Himalayan seasoning salt with Himalayan salt. Okay, so you can see that. So this is a seasoning salt. I've used a couple of their seasonings before, and I've used the garlic powder, and it turned out great, tastes great. And then I've heard that the other seasonings are good. So I'm venturing out, and so I'm trying the seasoning salt. We don't use a ton of salt, but there's something about seasoning salt versus regular salt, right? It gives it a little bit extra. And so sometimes I like to put this on French fries or something like that, a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more of a flavor than just salt. And so this is also made with Himalayan salt. So at least it's a little bit better than just iodized, regular salt from the store. Okay, so next I got a small package of small red beans. I wanted to try this for red beans and rice. And so this is a 40-ounce bag. All beans are not created equal when it comes to red beans and rice, right? Some people use the light kidney beans, some people use red kidney beans. But if I'm not mistaken, and if you're from New Orleans, then you can chime on in. I think for the traditional red beans and rice, they use a smaller red bean traditionally. Anyway, I don't like the kidney beans for the red beans and rice. I mean, I've done it before, but to me, it tastes different. So I wanted to try these. These are small red beans. And so I wanted to try it. So I got a small package. And that's one thing that I like. That's one thing I like about Azure Standard. A lot of their products come in various sizes. So if you're new to an item and you don't want to go all in, you don't have to, right? But this you can get in 5 pounds, 25 pounds. But I just wanted to start. I don't cook a lot of red beans, but I wanted to try it. And then if I like it, then I'll buy a bigger bag. Okay. So that works out fantastic. Okay. The next thing I got was a 5-pound bag of pinto beans, right? I love pinto beans. I'm the only one in my house that eats them. So I only got a 5-pound bag, but I like to have these on hand. And probably what I'm going to do is can these. So that way, when I want them, I'll have them, and I'll probably can them in a pint-sized jar since I'm the only one that's eating them. But you can also use them for chili and stuff like that. Now, when I put it in chili, my husband, he don't know the difference. He's eating them and he don't even know it, right? But if you just put like some pinto beans on his plate with cornbread, he's going to pass, right? But me, I love pinto beans. And so these were on sale. And so that's another thing. When you go on the website, there'll be like a sale or a clearance item. You can see the items that are on sale for that month. So again, that's a great way to try something. Or if you know you like it, get it while it's on sale. So I got this. That's a 5-pound bag. What else? Okay, so this is activated charcoal. You can kind of see how big that is. And so we keep charcoal powder on hand. If you're not familiar with charcoal, it has a lot of great uses. So it can be used, you can make a poultice out of this. If you guys want to know how to do that, I'll do a video. But you can make a poultice out of this, and it's great for insect bites, stings, bee stings, all of that stuff. You can put it directly on the spot, and it draws the poison and the toxins out of your skin. It's also good if you have an upset stomach. So this is what they give you in the hospital. If you go in and you have, what do you call it? and upset some, like if you're vomiting a lot, they will use this to help with your stomach, right? It draws the toxins and the poisons or whatever. Like if you have food poisoning, they're going to pump your stomach with charcoal. Okay. So it has many different uses. So if you ever are like nauseated, sick, this also comes in capsules. So I keep capsules. I keep the powder. I always have it on hand because it's a very natural way, again, especially working in the garden when you get a bee sting, to use this and to draw the poisons and the toxins out. So I restocked on the charcoal. It's activated charcoal. Okay. Next, I got some pure lemon juice. This is a 16 ounce. Again, this comes in a glass jar, which I like instead of plastic. And this comes in bigger sizes. I wanted to try it because to me, all lemon juice is not created equal, right? And so I have some already in my storage, but I wanted to try this brand and I wanted to kind of have it on hand. And I got a smaller one because I like to be able to have this like quick and close by in the pantry instead of going to my storage. Okay. What else? All right, more seasonings. So this is an Italian seasoning mix. I've never tried it before, but it's garlic, onion, and spices. And again, I use Italian seasoning a lot in my spaghetti and things like that. So I'm interested to try that. And hopefully I'll be making my own this summer from my own herbs in the garden. But until then, we have this on hand. Next, this is a 10-pound bag of bread flour that I wanted to try. Now, normally I use King Arthur? It's a blue and white bag. King Arthur bread flour. Gets a little pricey, but that's what I use because you guys know I make sourdough and make bread. And so with my sourdough, for my starter and for the bread, I use bread flour. And so I wanted to try Azure Standard because, again, I like to have more than one way to get stuff. I like to have a backup plan. So I wanted to try there. So that's why I got a 10-pound bag to try it and see if I can taste any difference in my bread. And if not, then I can get it from there because it's cheaper. Okay. So that's a 10-pound bag of bread flour. Then I'm so excited about these next things I'm going to show you. But first, let me show you this. So this is a soothing relief spray. So this is for sunburn, insect bites, and minor scrapes. So it is a spray. So again, because I'm in the garden a lot, and let me tell y'all, bugs love me. I never, ever go outside and work for more than 2 minutes without putting on some type of spray. Now, this is not an insect repellent spray. This is more of a if you get stung spray, okay? It's a relief spray. And so I thought it would be good to have this on hand to spray. And if I like it, I'm going to get one more because I like to have one in the greenhouse, one at home when I'm working in my raised beds behind my house. So I wanted to try it. Y'all, I can't read these ingredients because my eyes, I can't see. Okay, I don't have my glasses with me, so I'm not going to even attempt to read it. But y'all go on the site. It is Desert Essence Soothing Relief Spray. Okay, so then next, I'm so excited about this. So I got some essential oils. Yes, they have essential oils. Okay, so I have lavender, if you can see that. I have eucalyptus. I have tea tree. And then I have lemongrass. Okay, I love essential oils. Let me open up one of these so I can smell it. I've never ordered essential oils from Azure Standard, but I ordered these for a particular purpose, and it's going to be on a video coming to you this week. It's a surprise. Smells good. Y'all can't smell it, but if you could, right? So this is lemongrass. Let me try the lavender. Yep, smells good. Smells just like lavender. Okay, so I bought those essential oils. I do keep essential oils on tap, but I bought these for a particular reason. Let me go ahead and tell you. So I think I had mentioned maybe, I don't know, in a video maybe a couple of months ago that I make my own insect repellent spray. I think I was doing an Azure Standard video, and I had bought some insect repellent from Azure Standard because I hadn't made any this season. and I wanted to go ahead and get some and to have it on hand. But I'm going to do a video and show you how I make my own insect repellent, and it's made with essential oil, so it doesn't have the DEET in it. It doesn't have any, toxic stuff in it. It's natural. It works great. It smells great. And so I'm going to use some of these in the insect repellent recipe that's going to come out later this week. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you stay tuned for that. So y'all, that kind of wraps up my Azure Standard order. This was a light order. There were probably 4 or 5 things that I had put in my cart that was out of stock by the time the drop shipped. And so that's one thing to know, is that especially with this recent surge of food shortages, Azure Standard is blowing up. Like, a lot of people, I don't remember what their numbers are, but I think they've doubled their business, right? Because everybody is looking for an option to get food, right? And so because of that, there are times when you order and the drop, like what you want, is not available. Don't worry, don't panic, just put it in your cart the next time, right? Just keep on putting in your cart and you will get it, okay? And it's just been that way in the last 2 or 3 months, very heightened, just because a lot of people have, taken on to the idea of Azure Standard, which is a good thing, right? So there were 4 or 5 things that I had in my cart that that weren't available, and I'll just put it in my cart this month and hope I get it. And so again, as you're preparing, especially if you're a bulk buyer, as much as possible, you don't wait until you run out of something to order it, right? Even when you go to the store, at least I don't. I try to kind of prepare and be ahead. So for example, when I'm down to my last bottle of coconut oil, I'm ordering another one, right? Because let's say it takes me a couple of months to get it from Azure Standard, right? Let's say I go to the store and they don't have it. So again, that's part of just preparation and planning and all of that. So I just encourage you to think about that and do that. But thank you guys so much for going on my journey with me for the Azure Standard order. I am a huge, huge, huge fan. Now, if you order from Azure Standard, please put down in the comments below, what is your #1 favorite thing that you get from Azure Standard? Tell me, because if I've never tried it, I want to try it, okay? I want to try it. And if you've never, ever used Azure Standard before, make sure you go to the link in my bio and sign up, okay? I promise you will not be disappointed, okay? So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Remember, gardening is a journey. This is part of it, right? Let's grow together. I'll see you next time.